Hello everyone. So our topic for today is chapter number 3.1, that is unit 3.1, silver. Coming on to page number 60. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. One by one the casement catch her beams beneath the silver thatch, the silvery thatch. Couched in his kennel like a log, with paws of silver sleeps the dog. From their shadowy coat the white breast peeps of doves in silver feathered sleep. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and silver eye, and moveless fish in the water gleam by silver reeds in a silver stream. The poem is written by Walter de la Mare. Okay, now what do you understand by silver? Why do you think the poem has, the title of the poem is silver? Now over here silver means two things, like two meanings of silver. The first is the color, which we all know that silver is a color, and the second one is like the metal, which we know, right? The metal silver. So over here what they are trying to tell us is, you can see on the picture which is given on page number 60 itself, the moon is given by, and the light which falls onto the moon, like the light of moon which falls onto the countryside, like how the countryside looks during the night. The visible effect of moonlight on countryside at night time is something which is described in this poem. Understood? कि जो moon है उनका सब objects के ऊपर जब light पड़ता है, so how do they visible, how do they look? Okay, so that is what is mentioned over here, and that is why the name over here is given as silver. Okay, that when it is like the poem is describing the visible effects of moonlight on countryside during night time. Okay, now let us start. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon. Okay, what are they saying us? That slowly and silently now the moon. Okay, we all know moon ऐसे directly तो आ नहीं जाते, right? It takes some time. Okay, we have all seen that it takes time for moon to come onto, like almost it's when it is visible to us it takes time. So slowly and silently now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon. Now here you understand the moon is compared to it is given a female version when you say walks the night in her silver shoon. Okay, so the moon is compared to a lady, because you can see over there it is written the night in her silver shoon. Okay, so when you say her it represents lady or a girl. Okay, so now they say that walks the night in her silver shoon. What do you mean by silver shoon? Silver shoon is silver brightness. Okay, so slowly and steadily the moon is coming. Okay, the moon is visible in the sky and it is coming slowly, the night in her silver shoon, that with her silver brightness she is coming into the sky slowly and steadily. Okay, that it means it is visible to us slowly and steadily in the silver shine of the moon. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. Okay, that this way and that way. Okay, that slowly and steadily the moon is coming into the sky, and then she peers and sees. What do you mean by peers? Peers is come into a view. Okay, कि आप किसी के view में आते हो. Peers is to peep, or coming into someone's view. So slowly and steadily the moon is coming into the view, and what does it sees? It sees silver fruit upon silver trees. Now why do you think it is given as silver fruit and silver trees? So trees are also there, and on that fruits are also there. But when slowly and steadily the light of moon is falling on these trees and fruits, the fruits and trees appears to be silver. Okay, समझ रहे हो आप लोग? मतलब कैसे है, पहले ट्री तो वही जगह पे है, फ्रूट्स भी वही जगह पे है, when slowly and steadily the light of moon is falling on that tree and on that fruit, the fruit and tree appears to be silver, and that is why it is said that this way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. Understood till now? Coming towards the next part. One by one the casement catch her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Okay, that one by one the casement catch. What do you mean by casement? Casement is like a window. Okay, window जो बोलते हैं ना हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं casement. So one by one the casement catch, that now slowly and steadily पहले उनका light गिरा trees पे and then on fruits, and slowly and steadily the light is falling on the window, and once the light is falling on the window her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Now what do you mean by thatch? Thatch is again the roof. तो slowly and steadily पहले उनकी light window पे आई, फिर अंदर room में आई, and then on the roof. Understood? Couched in his kennel like a log with paws of silver sleeps the dog. What do you mean by couch? Couch is like laying down. Okay, laying down. The dog couched in his kennel. Now do you mean like, you might have heard the word kennel. What do you mean by kennel? Kennel is basically the place where dogs stays. वो जो उनका घर जैसा होता है ना डॉग का रहने का, उसको बोलते हैं kennel. So couched in his kennel like a log with paws of silver sleeps the dog. Okay, that what do you mean by log? Log is again over here, which means wooden, बड़े बड़े लकड़े के जो लॉग्स होते हैं ना, लॉग्स यू माइट हैव सीन, यू माइट हैव हर्ड द वर्ड. आई विल इंसर्ट अ पिक्चर सो दैट यू गाइज गेट अ क्लियर आइडिया. लॉग इज लाइक अ बिग स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ वुड. ओके, जो वुड का बड़ा बैम्बू टाइप्स होता है ना, नॉट बैम्बू बट बेसिकली अ बिग स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ वुड इज कॉल्ड एज लॉग. So they are saying that couched in his kennel like a log with paws of silver sleeps a dog. That okay, the dog is also sleeping in his kennel, and when the light of moon is falling onto that dog, the paws, जो उसके paws है ना, paws is like the leg part, जो leg part है ना dog का, it also looks like silver because that is also shining. Why? Because of the light of moon. Okay, so when that light is again falling on the kennel and on the dog, the paws of dogs are shining. From their shadowy coat the white breast peep of doves in silver feathered sleep. Okay, that from their shadowy coat. Now what do you mean by shadowy coat with white breast peep of doves in silver feathered ship? Okay, so what do you understand? See, I'll explain you. Shadowy is, see, from their shadowy coat. तो पहले तो हम लोग देखते हैं what is coat. Coat is like, it is लाइक द शेल्टर ऑफ बर्ड्स. ओके, जो नेस्ट होता है ना बर्ड का, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं कोट. सो फ्रॉम देयर शैडोई कोट द वाइट ब्रेस्ट peep. Okay, now why do you mean shadowy? Shadow is again like the light of moon is falling onto that coat, onto the nest of birds, and that is why it is said like shadowy. Okay, so जो moonlight है वो again birds के nest पे गिर रही है, and उनमें से कौन peep कर रहा है? Who is peeping out from that nest? The white breast of doves. Okay, so doves are peeping out of their nest. And why do you mean like white breast? So the chest part of the birds is coming out. Why? Because they are peeping. Okay, so when they are peeping, the white chest part is coming out, and that is why it is said as white breast peep. Okay, of doves in silver feathered sleep. Okay, the dove आपको पता है ना, dove is like a bird. Okay, so जो dove bird है उसका वो बाहर देख रहा है, it is peeping out, and that is why the feathered is also described as silver. Okay, so the stomach part through which they are peeping out, even that is described as silver, and again the feathers, जो bird का feather है, even that is described as silver because the moonlight is falling onto the bird and onto the nest, and that is why they have said shadowy coat like the nest, the silver nest, and the silver bird with silver feathers. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and silver eye. Okay, now what do you mean by harvest mouse? Harvest mouse, like a mouse is going scampering by. What do you mean by scampering? Scampering is moving, like running here and there. Okay, so running here and there is known as scampering. So if you have seen mouse, you know they keep making that sound and they keep moving from one place to another. So a harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and silver eyes. So again, that moonlight is falling on to the mouse, and you can see the mouse is going here and there, and that is why they have said with silver claws and silver eyes के जो उसके claws है, even that are shining because of the moonlight, and the eyes of the mouse are also shining, and that is why they have said silver eyes. Okay, so over here you could understand that how the poet has described each and every ऑब्जेक्ट अंडर मूनलाइट. ओके, कि मूनलाइट के अंदर जो सारी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें आ रही है, यू कैन सी ही हैज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड विंडोज़, ही हैज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड डॉग्स, ही हैज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड birds, he had described their feathers, he has described mouse, his claws, his eyes. So a small detailed version is given that when the moonlight is falling, how beautifully these objects are looking. Now we all know that mouse never looks अट्रैक्टिव. चूहा किसी को पसंद नहीं आता है, चूहा किसी को अट्रैक्टिव नहीं लग रहा है, बट द वे द पोएट इज सेइंग दैट द पॉज एंड द लाइट्स आर फॉलिंग ऑन द माउस, इट इज़ लुकिंग ब्यूटिफुल. सो दैट इज़ हाउ ब्यूटिफुली द पोएट हैज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड ईच एंड एवरी थिंग कि जब भी मूनलाइट गिरती है तो कौन कौन सी चीज़ें कैसी शाइन होती है. अंडरस्टैंड? And moveless fish in the water gleam by silver reeds in a silver stream. Okay, and moveless fish in the water gleam. Now what do you mean by gleam, students? Gleam is to shine. Okay, so and moveless fish, that fish is not moving. Moveless मतलब क्या? The motionless फिश. ओके, कि जो मोशन नहीं बता रही है, जो एक ही जगह पे स्टिल है. ओके, तो जो एक ही जगह पे स्टिल है वैसी फिश को हम लोग बोलते हैं मोशनलेस, लाइक बेसिकली अ वन विदाउट मोशन. सो इवन द फिश, जब उनके ऊपर मून की लाइट गिर रही है, एंड मूवलेस फिश इन द वाटर ग्लीम, दैट इवन द फिश आर शाइनिंग इन द वाटर by silver reeds in a silver stream. Now what do you mean by reeds? Reeds is like a tall slender plant, you can say, that are the plants which grow in the river or lake, the water plants, that is called as reeds. Okay, so by silver reeds in a silver stream, that even the moonlight is falling onto the stream or onto the river wherein the fish are staying, and that is why they are saying silver water, silver reeds and silver stream. Okay, it's very easy for us to describe. White color. See, we all love, the previous sentence which I said, just ignore it. So it is very easy for us to say that I am a moon lover or I am a selenophile because I love watching moons and everything. But to describe everything like a small detailed version, you can see in the poem how beautifully the poet has explained each and everything. So that is why that thing can only be done by poet. Okay, that poet can only make attractive, poet could only let mouse be attractive in front of us. Okay, how beautifully it has been explained. Okay, so that is how we come towards the end of our poem. Now let us see what is there on page number 59. Okay, the warming up session. Let's come on to that page. So the categories are given like metals, so you have to name like steel, copper, silver, gold. Okay, flowers, yeah, so metals are given and you have to name them. Okay, so metals दिया है तो जो metals available है you have to name them. Again, trees are given, you have to name them. So neem, banyan, gulmohar, ashoka. So basically the categories are given. I've read the like the question given upward. Think of sets of 4 names for the groups, name, color, yellow, symbol of the sun. Okay, so just the categories are given and you have to name them. Okay, so if you say trees, there are given example like neem, banyan, gulmohar, ashoka, etc. Then you talk about metals, there are example given as steel, copper, silver, gold. again, etc. So now you have to write examples of flowers, stars or galaxies or seasons. Okay, so 3 category उनका examples आप लोगों को लिखना है. So the category for flowers, you can write things like any flower which you feel you can write. Okay, and for stars and galaxies, so for flower you can write which flower you will write. Bolo. You can write rose, lotus, lily, sunflower. Okay, for stars or galaxy you can write Milky Way, sun, star. Star के लिए you can again write Sirius or Andromeda. So all of these which come into categories of stars and galaxy you can write. And then the last one is season. So season में आप लिख सकते हो summer, winter, spring, autumn, anything. Okay, that is how you come towards the end. Now talking about sub-question 2. Sub-question 2, read the line of the following poem. That you have to read the line and guess and fill in suitable words to make the line rhymes. Okay, so half of the poem is given in front of you and you just have to write words which can rhyme. Okay, so we can give it as we can give one example. आधा poem मैं करती हूँ, आधा आप लोग खुद से करना. Okay, soon after dawn rises the sun. बराबर ना, golden glow. The title of the poem is golden glow. Now golden glow हमको पता है जब sun का light आता है, या उसके description के लिए we write golden glow. So soon after dawn rises the sun. It wakes and lives everyone. So that is how you can write. Okay, so sun one you can rhyme it. It scares away the long dark night. The shining stars go out of sight. From tree to tree birds flit and squeak, searching for food with a sharp beak. Okay, so that is how you have to write words which rhyme into the poem. Understood? So पहला word हम लोग ने कौन सा लिखा? sun. sun के बाद कौन सा लिखा? It wakes and lives everyone. Night, sight, squeak, beak. Understood? Next, the birds that open now shows. The bird that open, where am I? Sorry. The birds that open now show their face. As flowers they dance with beauty and grace. The hill slope wears a grassy green look. The curved sparkling river it gold brook. ब्रूक पता है सबको, जो हम लोग साड़ी पे वो लगाते हैं ना, इट्स लाइक अ पिन. सो द ब्रोच और ब्रूक यू कैन राइट इट आउट. The cock then crows to give a loud call. Come on, wake up folks, one and all. I then wake up good morning to say, let's all look forward to a golden day. Okay, that is how you come towards the end. Now the questions which are at the side of the poem on page number 60. So which of the objects, animals, etc. in the poem are at rest without any motion? Okay, so which all are the plants and animals described which are at rest and they are not at motion? So the fruit, dog, dove, fish are at rest without motion, while the harvest mouse goes scampering by in the silvery night. Okay, कि जो dog है, dove है, fish है, they are at rest, they are not doing any motion, wherein the mouse is in motion. Okay, so yeah, we have only one question towards the side. Now coming toward workshop, which is on page number 60. If you were asked to draw a detailed picture of the scene described in the poem, what object, animal, natural features, etc. will you show in the picture? Okay, now this is like a personal response question. They are asking you your response कि अगर आपको ऐसी poem दी हो and अगर आपको कुछ describe करना हो moonlight के under, so what will you use in consideration with objects, animals, natural features? What all things would you use? So you can write, if I want to describe objects, I could have used houses, windows, etc. But don't pick up things from the poem. Okay, try to write something from your own. So see, if you were asked to draw a detailed picture of the scene described in the poem, what object, animal, natural features, etc. will you show in the picture, and you have to make a list. Okay, so again, एनिमल के लिए आपको लिखना है what object will you choose, that you have to write, and what all natural features, जैसे कि ये पोएम में it was trees, fruits, river plants, that all were described, right? So what all natural features you would like to use in your poem, that you have to write. Coming towards the second question, write the rhyming words and the rhyme scheme of the poem. So you have to write the rhyming words. So rhyming words are easy: moon shone, sees trees, cat's thatch, peep sleep, log dog, by eye, gleam stream. So all of these are rhyming words. Now the rhyming scheme. टाइमिंग स्कीम हम लोग कैसे निकालते हैं? मून है तो मून को ए देंगे, मून के साथ शून राइम होता है या, सो अगेन वी विल गिव इट ए. देन सीज है तो बी, सीज मून शून से राइम होता है नहीं, पर सीज ट्रीज से राइम होता है, सो वी विल गिव बी. सो द पोम, द राइम स्कीम ऑफ द पोम इज ए बी बी. ओके, coming towards the third question, underline the word silver or silvery in the poem. In which line does it occur and what pattern does it shows? Okay, so कौन से line में वो occur हो रहा है and what pattern it is showing, you have to write. So the word silver or silvery appears in every alternate line of the poem, right? हर एक alternate line में there is word silver used. The even lines do the coloring of the object under consideration. Okay, ये किसके लिए सिल्वर यूज हो रहा है? फॉर द कलरिंग ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट्स, राइट, कि ऑब्जेक्ट्स का कलर कैसा मिल रहा है? सिल्वर, एंड इसके लिए हम लोग वर्ड सिल्वर यूज कर रहे हैं. सो यू कैन राइट दैट दीज words are used for coloring of the objects which are under the consideration, के जो words वो लोग consider कर रहे हैं उसका color describe करने के लिए they are using words as silver. Understood? Next, can you think of a parallel scene of dawn or evening when everything is steeped in golden light? So can you think of some parallel event? आप क्या ऐसा कोई scene describe कर सकते हो of dawn or evening? Dawn is like early morning and evening time पे when everything is steeped in golden light. जैसे golden light is now talking about sunlight. Okay, golden hour में कोई ऐसा description आप कर सकते हो. So you can write about dawn. Okay, dawn is like very early morning. So you can write something like dawn is the first appearance of light in the sky before sunrise. Okay, sunrise के पहले जो हल्की सी light आती है in the sky, that is called as dawn. The golden glow covering the sky signals to the animal, especially the bird, that the sun is about to rise. Right? That the golden glow, the sunlight which is falling onto it is like a signal to all the animals and birds that now the sun is about to rise. As a result, there is lot of chirping of birds like rooster, cuckoos, and many more. The birds chirping are like a wake-up call for everyone, right? So the birds keep chirping and then the people also get to know, okay, now it is morning time because the birds have started making noises. There is a golden light covering the sky. The golden light marks the beginning of a new day. So here I have described dawn. So you can describe something in the evening. के evening में कोई चीज़ें कैसे होती है उसको आप describe कर सकते हो. Coming towards sub-question 5. The same landscape appears different at different times. What message can we draw from these? Okay. सो सेम लैंडस्केप है वो हमें नाउ सी एक प्लेस है हमारे घर के सामने. लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल. इन फ्रंट ऑफ योर हाउस देयर इज सपोज अ गार्डन और अ पार्क और जस्ट अ माउंटेन और अ बिल्डिंग, एनीथिंग. सो दैट लैंडस्केप अपीयर्स डिफरेंट एट डिफरेंट टाइम्स. बराबर वो अभी समझो आपके घर के सामने एक पार्क है तो वो पार्क सुबह में कुछ और दिखेगा, शाम को कुछ और दिखेगा, रात को कुछ और दिखेगा. बराबर द सेम लैंडस्केप अपीयर्स डिफरेंट एट डिफरेंट टाइम्स. वॉट मैसेज कैन वी ड्रॉ फ्रॉम दिस? तो इसमें से हम क्या मैसेज निकाल सकते कि वॉट मैसेज कैन वी टेक फ्रॉम दिस थिंग दैट एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट अपीयर्स डिफरेंट एट डिफरेंट टाइम्स? डिफरेंस इन perception is what we can mainly draw from this, that the perception is different. Life will always offer happiness and difficulties to everyone, but the difference lies in how we deal with that situation or how we see that situation. बराबर ना? इससे हम लोगों को क्या पता चलता है, दैट देर इज़ डिफरेंस इन परसेप्शन. लोगों का देखने का नज़रिया अलग अलग होता है. पीपल में लाइक द व्यू इन द मॉर्निंग टाइम बट दे डोंट लाइक द व्यू इन द नाइट टाइम. ओके, सो सबका परसेप्शन अलग होता है. सो व्हाट मैसेज यू कैन टेक, दैट सेम इज़ आवर लाइफ. ओके, दैट लाइफ इज़ ऑल्सो फिल्ड विथ हैप्पीनेस एंड डिफिकल्टीज, but the way a person see that situation is different. Okay, if I see problems, I will feel okay, God have sent this problem to me so that I can face them and I'll become stronger. But if there is a person who just keeps crying every time, अगर उसके सामने difficulties या difficult situation लाया तो वो कैसे सोचेगा? He will keep crying कि अरे नहीं, मुझे हमेशा difficult situations आते हैं, and that is how they will think. So the same glass can appear half full to one and half empty to other. It all depends on how we perceive things or how we look at things, right? कि एक हाफ फुल ग्लास है, एक ग्लास है जो आधा भरा हुआ है, एंड वो मैं आपको पूछती हूँ कि इसमें आपको क्या दिख रहा है. अ पर्सन विद अ पॉजिटिव एक्सपेक्ट टुवर्ड्स लाइफ और समवन विद अ पॉजिटिव अप्रोच विल से दैट द ग्लास इज हाफ फुल. ओके, कि वो लोग जो पार्ट है उसको देखेंगे कि हाफ फुल है ग्लास में आधा पानी है. बट द वन विथ नेगेटिव अप्रोच और समवन हु इज ऑलवेज क्राइंग वुड से द ग्लास इज हाफ एम्प्टी. सो दिस इज़ हाउ द इट इज़ लाइक अ सिचुएशन कि आपका एक परसेप्शन कैसा है, आप उसको कैसे देखते हो, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. Understood? Now, sub-question 6 would be a homework. The Listeners and Someone is the poem by Walter de la Mare, the same poet जिसके बारे में हम लोग ने आज पढ़ा. So, you have to read that poem, okay? So, you have to read that poem and let me know that how was it, what did you get from that poem. Okay, so that is how we come towards the end of our chapter. I hope you have understood the chapter, and yeah, I hope you do your homework on time. We'll see you all in the next session. Till then, bye bye and take care. Bye.